Hello, my name is Zhatelier, and welcome back for another episode of Supreme Ruler Ultimate Roman Restoration. And previous episode we did start pushing pretty far into east. We do have still only one supply truck over here right now. I do believe we are building more somewhere. Or at least we have one queued up in Turkey, so that's going to be the closest place to build them. And hopefully we'll get that eventually. I mean, right now our demand for military goods isn't too bad. We got ourselves a little bit of stock built up already. I'm currently just moving around some of the troops so that we can keep on pushing here. If we take out that industrial place and then clear out the southern portion of here, then take out the oil fields, take out Baku itself, and start pushing north. And like in the meanwhile, I might cut off the railway here, just in case they try to send in more troops. Switching around some of the troops there as well, sending them to repair and such. I might actually send this group to take out the... what's it called? Industrial area there. Of course, we won't have the defensive bonus while inside there. What I could do is I could maybe set up a base, or like have the units in these forests. I believe this is forest as well. Yeah, well, that's light forest, but if I stay in the dense forest, I should have pretty decent defensive bonus. Oh, we finally got the barracks completed. Now that it's kind of obsolete, but okay. I mean, it should improve the situation a tiny bit, but yeah, that's the problem. Like when your economy isn't all that great, you won't be building all that quickly, and once you do actually manage to build these things, they are utterly late to the party, so to speak. But oh well, it's still there because the Soviets are amassing some artillery over there. Why don't we send our mechanized troops to help there? We are building a garrison there. It's not a full garrison yet, but it's being improved on. But we'll just go ahead and destroy those artillery pieces. They might get a few shots in. But once we get in there, we should be able to destroy them rather quickly. Just moving to the forest. There we go. Set up you over there. We'll move in some of these to help that. And to gain kind of access on the, or vision on the railway there. In the meanwhile, we do have a fair bit of tanks here and all that. I might as well send one of these to be repaired in the meanwhile, since it is slightly mauled by previous battles. We did bring the supply truck down here south just so that we can utilize it a little bit better. And the infantry will probably hold the bridgehead here. Now we'll move these a little bit closer, just so that the supply truck can actually keep these troops supplied as well. But the garrison shouldn't be able to last the attack much longer. Okay, come on, you just get in there so the anti-tank guns don't wander off. You're going for repairs? Excellent. Now these units can probably start moving down the road here. We can send Spike with them. These guys can capture that. Meanwhile, we'll pull back a little bit. We'll send in this infantry over there. Move down the artillery a tiny bit, and then we'll clear out these two real quick, and then turn north. I mean, with the... actually, that's just Marines. It's not a huge amount of garrisons, to be fair. Why don't we try this? Capture a little bit. And since we're right next to that, might as well destroy the garrison. It won't be able to last for long. Losing a little bit of territory, but that's fine. Send in the supply truck there. Hopefully it does still have supplies in it. All of these just have one garrison, then Marine should be able to clear them out, and that's going to improve our oil production a fair bit once we actually get some supplies in here. Right now it's probably not very useful, but given time. Let's send that one to be repaired. Now, how's the battle going along the Black Sea here? Okay, so we did capture that without any problems. Let's entrench there. We can bring some of the artillery over there. And then perhaps move this one a little bit further. Still got a little bit extra troops here, but might as well let them be there for the time being. We got a lot of artillery there. If they move any closer, then our artillery should be able to fire upon them. We do have these troops here, which we could use. Also got a decent bit of, well, motorized troops as well, which we should probably... I'm just going to send them to the east, really, because... Oh, crap. Well, I'm going to send you for repairs, I suppose. Meanwhile, why don't we send the Marines to help capturing this area here? There's no supplies around here right now, but that will be fixed in due time, and we're starting to get some of the oil fields here. So that's going to improve our production a fair bit. And it's basically just going to secure our industrial, well, I wouldn't say might yet, but capabilities a little bit. There we go, so we cleared out that one. Let's see if we can actually go back and capture these two now. So we did destroy the garrisons. Now, do we have another unit that has been... Oh, another special forces has been repaired. Excellent. Oh, we did capture that. Have we... Oh, yeah, the oil production has increased. Not a huge amount yet, because the supplies over here are rather small. But in a little bit. These are kind of out of supplies, so I'm just gonna let them wait there for the time being. Sending the supply truck to help over there, assuming that there's some supplies here. Gonna move these in there to actually capture that oil field. We've done a decent bit of bombardment damage on the oil field though, which is less than optimal. Probably move these in there. Just gonna take out the town now. I guess some planes going on. That's probably either in Poland or like Belgium or Netherlands. Moving the artillery down there. We do have these. I'm just going to send them over there to cut off the railway. These troops can start moving closer to that. Assuming that, yeah, there's plenty of supplies there. Okay, let's move up these over here. Start capturing Baku area, and we've destroyed the garrisons in all of these oil productions, so that... Oh yeah, the production is going up quite nicely. Move out with the artillery and supply trucks and all that. Okay, the Marines are taking a fair bit of beating here, but now that the special forces arrived, the garrisons are going down rather quickly. Frankly, we'll probably just send in the special forces into the city there so they can destroy the garrisons. We can probably use this one to help a little bit, especially by capturing that. Oh, well, never mind. Over there. And these can move into the city as well to give a tiny bit of help. Petroleum price is still too high. Yeah, I kind of am aware of that. Thank you, game. Right, so we're still having a tiny bit of shortage in industrial goods. It's not too bad, and we're still building the... Actually, are we currently working on these? Yeah, we are building one at a time. The oil derricks, of course, now that we captured the Baku oil fields, we probably don't need them all that much anymore. But it's still a nice thing to have, I suppose. Right, we didn't actually attack that one yet. Why don't we do that? Then we'll have control over majority of the region here. spike up this way. We do need to repair these, and I'll probably set up some supply depots around here to make sure that the supplies in this region are as good as they can be. So we'll produce even more oil, because, I mean, capturing all of this did increase the production by about 50% so far, and it's probably going to improve even further. To some degree, anyway. Move up that way. We can move into special forces here. Oh, there we go. That has been cleared. Now then, I think what I'm gonna do... I'm gonna take the hotspot and maximize garrisons here. Just in case Iran declares a war. Well, I don't think it's very likely, but it's a possibility. Sending in some reinforcements, and no, there we go. We'll go down. Okay, let's just move these troops in a little bit better positioning. And then we can actually move this group over there. I'm gonna have to send you to be repaired, actually. Speaking of which, we do have another tank here that has been repaired. Oh, we're actually fighting here. Well, kind of. Actually selling a little bit up, but... Oh no, are we... We're actually buying agriculture. Although we should be selling it. Interesting. Okay, but that engineer is not going to have a lesson time over there, which is pretty good for us. Let's try. Can they see us here? I don't think they can. Why don't we move up the artillery here? We can bombard the enemy troops there. We have a decent bit of supplies around here, so we don't need to worry about that right now. We'll start moving some of this, perhaps, down that way, and I think I'll move this group. Actually, no, I'll leave it as a bit of a reserve there, but we started bombarding the enemy troops. Excellent. Now, has the oil production increased further? Yes, it has. Group up the troops there, and then we got this group that we can set up there. Now, do we have the... Don't really have much extra production, but I think I'm gonna do it anyway. Military, I mean, you can find the supply depots in any category, actually. I think I'm gonna build 3. It's gonna increase the supply levels around here, which is in turn going to increase the oil production quite a bit, and we might actually repair all these oil fields. Actually, we can probably do it through the battle zone controls. Just rebuild everything there. That should be fine. I mean, it's going to be rather costly for a little while, but I think we can manage that. Oh, I think there's another engineer there. Okay. I did start sending in a bit more special forces through all here. Oh, and we got special forces and a supply truck here. Start sending them down here. Then we'll probably, next thing that we do is we'll start pushing probably a little bit from here. I mean, we probably have the troops all ready to do that, so let's move up. Not to mention all the artillery here. Point being that we'll just start rolling the front. I mean, it's going to be a lot shorter front once we get around here. We're just going to work in our benefit. We'll leave kind of one as a reserve group over there. Then we're going to move these over here. And our submarines are clearly doing stuff still, which is very nice. Oh, we didn't quite shoot down that plane, but almost. Maybe move this one a little bit closer there. We got some very old infantry there, which we probably won't be using much longer, but right now it was just to man the front a little bit. It worked. Okay, that... Oh, it's just a little bit low on fuel. I suppose that's fair. Oh, right, yeah, the demand for industrial goods jumped quite a bit there. But I mean, it's gonna take a while before we manage to repair everything, but it should be done fairly quickly. Comparatively, I mean, it's mostly just industrial complexes and such, and a little bit repair on each oil field. For the oil production, we can now cover not quite half of what we need, but about 40% maybe. Right, let's move up, take out the next town. Now to figure out that every fight we just need to basically wait for a little while, but that's fine. I don't think the garrisons can really do all that much. Some constructions are being interrupted due to the lack of supplies, but that's all industrial goods, but that kind of was to be expected. So we'll have a little bit of troubles for the time being, but after a little while, it shouldn't really be a problem. Right, so once we capture this area, there's more oil fields over there, as well as some timber mills, or at least one timber mill, and maybe a tiny bit of, well, some energy production, tiny bit of industry as well. Shouldn't be too bad, I suppose. Okay, the troops have kind of stopped for the time being due to probably lack of oil and all that. We're also having not quite yet shortage of military goods, but it's not going to last for very long by the looks of it. Okay, there's plenty of garrisons there, so we'll probably have to use our infantry to clear out that one. Right, and then we got the troops over here that we could probably use to clear out this area, but we don't know how much the enemy has artillery there. I'm just gonna send one of the Fiats up the mountain to get a little bit extra vision. If they start firing upon it, then we know that they have a lot of artillery there, which we then might want to flank from the east. Don't see anyone yet. They don't see us. Okay, I can see a plane going over there. Several planes, actually. That gives me an idea. If I was to push with these troops across the mountains here, set up the artillery anti-aircraft guns somewhere around here, that would shoot down potentially shoot down a lot of their planes, not necessarily though. Okay, demand for industrial goods is 20,000. Yeah, repairing stuff is expensive, but it will be worth it. It will be worth it. Now, okay, so that oil field will be fixed soon. Already fixed some of the industry over here. We are well, we've done 2 days of building on these supply depots. Speaking of which, I mean, okay, 40% supply in this region is not that bad, really. It's not quite optimal, of course, but we can live with that. I'm gonna send you across the river first, then you're gonna move over there. Right, so if we start moving this way... Now the question is, would these infantry units here be able to destroy the garrison there? And the answer is probably. Equatorial Africa is offering industrial goods. Okay, I can take that. It's not a particularly good offer. Like, they're not offering much, but on the other hand, Doing some peaceful trading is not a bad idea. Oh, hello. I didn't realize that they had all this here. They got some artillery bombarding us from there. Right, are these troops actually moving or not? I mean, I'm pretty sure that the enemy is out of supplies as well, so it's not really that bad, but still, I'd like to destroy them. Right, let's start gathering up the troops here. Do we have... we don't really have much supplies here, do we? Right, so do we have the supply truck? The supply truck is over here. I'll actually gather it in Belize. And I'm assuming... no, we don't have any troops left behind there. Okay. Sort of repairing some of the things over here. Interesting. Including an airfield, which our Air Force is not using for some reason. I mean, they are AI controlled right now, so it doesn't really matter. And they're helping Germany quite a bit, so I think that's a fair trade. I mean, Germany did kind of save my ass in the war against the French in the early parts. I'm assuming we do have a little bit of supplies here, so we should be able to move up. Take out another set of artillery here. Oh, there's a AA truck there. Okay, the supplies are finally reaching down here. Let's move up a little bit. Oh, did I send them both to the same... okay, I suppose I did. The infantry... okay, Marine needs to fall back already. But the special infantry is doing just fine. Now that we captured that, let's go in and destroy the next set of garrisons. Gather up the troops again. Not sure that's the best way to approach there, but okay. So that's a little bit of industry there, and some energy production, but I mean, energy production we have a lot. We don't really need more. Not right now anyway. Once we start increasing our industry, then maybe. But right now it's not really an issue. Move up down there, so we are actually missing one infantry. That infantry is going for repairs, and this infantry is coming up. Right, well, let's move up there. We can move these and these. We'll just clear out a bit more over here. But with the firepower that we have here, we should be able to take out the enemies rather quickly. Especially once we get into positions where we can cut off all the bridges out. There's only three crossing in this region here. And we're not that far away from taking them out. We'll probably let the supply spread a little bit again. Cut off any supplies down there. This group may need to do a little bit of repairing sooner or later. Right, so it's good to know that they still have some troops. I mean, I know that they have a lot of troops that is just out of supplies, really. 1.7 million, actually. But it has gone down a little bit. Right, but we are actually out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description, but other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.